Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, all of you. How are you? How are you all? You, you all are fine. None of you are affected by the adverse weather. No? හැමෝම හොඳින් ඉන්නවද? මං හිතන්නේ join වෙලා නැති අය ඇති because in my other classes when I inquired from the students, some of them were affected and because of the landslides and also because of the floods, especially in Gampaha and Colombo districts. Right. ඔගොල්ලෝ කවුරුත් කරදරයක් නැතුව ඉන්නවා නේද? හැමෝම හොඳින්. හොඳයි. දැන් recordings බලන අද join වෙන්න බැරි වෙච්ච අයටත් ඉතින් ඇත්තටම හරි පව් නේද? ඔයගොල්ලෝ දකින්න ඇතින වෙලා තියෙන දේවල් නේ. ඒ නිසා first of all you have to be happy that you all are safe. You have to be thankful actually. When a part of the country was affected by that much of a disaster, you all are safe. We all are safe, right? So first of all, we have to be thankful. And we have to add our blessings to those who were affected, right? Actually, there is a very pathetic situation. Some people have lost everything, right? They don't have anything except their lives. Some have lost their lives, some have lost their family members, actually. Very pathetic. So what to do? That was a natural disaster, right? So we have to help them as much as possible. The donations were collected. මොනා හරි තමන්ට පුළුවන් විදිහට පුංචි දෙයකින් හරි උදව් කරන්න ඕනේ නේද? ඒගොල්ලෝ ආපහු හිටිය තත්ත්වෙටම නැතත් සාමාන්‍ය ජීවිතයට හරි ඒගොල්ලන්ව ගන්න පුළුවන් ඉක්මනට නේද? මට එක අම්මා කෙනෙක් කතා කළා මේ they were affected by floods. Actually, they haven't experienced floods before. හරිද? මීට කලින් කවදාවත් ගම් වතුරක් ඇවිල්ලා නැහැලු කොළඹ ගම්පහ බෝඩර් එකේ. කොට මේ ලොකු අනිත් ඒවා ඔක්කොම කමක් නැහැ කිව්වා. අනේ මිස් නෝට්ස් ටික නැති වෙලා කිව්වා. ඉතින් හරි ඉතින් මම මගේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකේ නම් මම කිව්වා මගේ notes recordings ඔක්කොම දෙන්නම් කියලා. Because I have saved all the recordings. So I can provide them and මගේ classes වලට එන අය විතරක් නෙවෙයි ලංකාවෙම ළමින්ට මම දැක්කා LMS එකක් හදනවා කියලා. එතකොට ඒකටත් මම කිව්වා මගේ තියෙන recordings දෙන්නම් කියලා පරණ පාඩම් වල. අපි පුළුවන් තරම හැමෝටම උදව් කරන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් මේ කවුරු හරි මේ recording එක අහනවා නම් ඒ පස්සේ හරි affect වෙච්ච දරුවෙක් ඉතින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතන්න take this as a challenge, right? The people who have won in the past, the people who have got the courage to face such situations, actually they have reached high destinations in their lives, right? ඒ වගේ අභියෝගවලට මුහුණ දීපු අය තමයි ගොඩක් ඉහළට යන්නේ ඒගොල්ලන්ට ශක්තිය ලැබෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඒක challenge එකක්. ඒක බාර අරගෙන ආපහු ගොඩ නැගෙන්න කියන එක තමයි ඒක හොඳ අදිෂ්ඨානයකින් ලොකු උත්සාහයකින් හැමෝගෙම උදව් ලැබිලා ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඉක්මනට හිටිය තත්ත්වයට පත් වෙන්න කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. ඇත්තටම දරුවෝ හිතන්න ඕනේ මේක හරි මම මෙහෙම දෙයක් වුණා මම කොහොම හරි නැගිටිනවා මගේ පවුලේ අයත් එක්ක මේක ලොකු ශක්තියක් කරගෙන හිටියටත් වඩා හොඳ විදිහට නැගිටිනවා කියලා හිතන්න ඕනේ. හරි නේද? ඉතින් ඒ නිසා තමයි අද දැන් I told that I will be starting grade 6 the syllabus on the first week of December, right? That means today. But based on the situation in the country, I thought of doing the pre-session for today as well, and I will start grade 6 syllabus on the coming Tuesday, right? ඊළඟ සතියේ පටන් ගමු අපි. මොකද ගොඩක් දෙනෙකුට join වෙන්න අමාරු තත්ත්වයක ඉන්න නිසා. හරිද? settle වෙන්න තව සෑහෙන දවසක් යයි ඒගොල්ලන්ට. දැන් floods වලින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැක්කනේ. ගේ ඇතුළට වතුර ආවට පස්සේ වතුර බැහැලා ගියත් ඔක්කොම මඩ් නේද? මඩ වලින් cover වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා ඒව ඔක්කොම clean කරලා ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටි නැහැ ගොඩක් අයට. මම Friday Saturday Sunday නම් කොහොමද මගේ classes නැහැ. Friday Saturday අද තමයි ඉස්සෙල්ලාම පටන් ගන්නෙ. ඒ සිටුේෂන් එකෙන් පස්සේ. මොකද ගොඩක් අයට කරන්ට් එක තිබිලා නැහැ. තාමත් නැති අය ඉන්නවා. ඊළඟට ඉන්ටර්නෙට් කනෙක්ෂන්ස් නැති වෙනවානේ. කරන්ට් එක නැති වුණා මේ පළාතටම. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ හේතු නිසා මේ මං ක්ලාසස් කරෙත් නැහැ පහුගිය දවස් දෙක තුනේ. ඒ නිසා අද පටන් ගන්නෙ නැහැ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට grade 6 new syllabus එක. හරිද? අපි අද මේ ටියුට් එක කතා කරලා මොකද දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන් ඉස්කෝලේ පටන් ගන්න date එකත් පහු වෙනවානේ නේද? පහු වුණානේ. ඒ නිසා මේ දැන් we don't know what will happen to your placement tests නේද? Most of them have to be rescheduled. Therefore, this preparation is also essential for you. So we have to continue that part as well. And next week we'll start grade 6 work. At the end of this tude, I will give you a brief introduction about the way that we are going to conduct the classes from next week onwards. Hari. Yes, Jituli, Esandu, Dinet, and who is 11T. Please rename yourself and turn on the video, Pute. Rename yourself and turn on the video. Hari, shall we start the work then? Have you got the printout? I shared this before next week, before last week, right? I shared this before last week. For the tude for the coming week will be shared within this week, right? Grade 6 work. Okay, shall we start then? You can mark the answers. So follow the instructions given. In some of the cases, you don't need to underline. You are not supposed to underline or write, but read the question, follow the instructions properly. Start. Okay, Esandu Pute, can you turn on the video? Hari Pute, patangan. Hands up those who are from Candy. No one. No one here. Tisev Pute, are you a newcomer? Is it your first day? Yes, teacher. Okay. Have you got the printout, Pute? No, teacher. Okay, then for the moment, you can just write the answer, right? You can see the question on my board, so you can write the answer. Yes, Pute, try. Dahamsa, where are you? Pute, who has joined us? Harshi. Can you turn on the video? If it is not your name, can you rename? Dahamsa, where are you? Read the questions properly, right? Read them carefully. Finished up to this? Where are the? Up to this? Hands up those who are still doing. Hands up those who are still doing. Still there. Okay, I will give you another few minutes. Tesit, have you finished? Tesandu? Rinet? Rinet, okay. Once you finish up to this 7th one, we will discuss the answers, right? Hari, shall we discuss then? It seems that you all have finished. Hari, we'll discuss. So, following the instructions is also very important, right? Neda? You have to follow the instructions. Dila තියෙන උපදෙස් පිළිපදින්න ඕනේ. So, you are asked, write C if the sentence compares two objects. Or D if it describes the object or objects. If it compares two objects, you have to write C, right? Or if it describes, you have to say D, right? So you know what is a comparison. Sansandana. To do a comparison, there should be two or more objects or things, right? Hari. A cotton is very soft. So what is it? Yes, but all of you? Yes, it describes cotton, right? Yes, it describes cotton. Therefore, you have to put D. Take a red pen and get your answers corrected, right? Take a red pen. A cotton is very soft. It describes. A toad has shorter legs than a frog. Then that is a comparison. Yes, then you have to put C. Then a horse is bigger than a pony. See, that is a comparison of size of the horse and pony. A coconut tree and a bamboo tree are both tall. Yes, in a comparison, both may be similar, right? When we compare two things, they may have similar characteristics. සමහර අය හිතනවා compare කරනවා නම් there should be differences always කියලා. No, in a comparison there can be similarities as well, right? A coconut tree and bamboo tree are both tall, so that is also a comparison in between coconut and bamboo. Okay, if you have any problem, you have to ask. If you don't agree, once again you can say that I don't agree, how can this happen, right? You can ask questions. Okay, then number 5, a snake crawls in the field. That is a description. It describes how the snake travels, the mode of locomotion of the snake. So that is a description. It describes. Therefore, you have to put D. D, C, C, D. Right? Hands up those who got all correct. All 5 correct. Okay, good. Right. Then we'll move on. Identify what is being described in each sentence. Choose the correct answer. Write your answers on the space provided. Hari. So you have to write the answers on the space provided. So here you are given terms chemistry, rasayana vidya, right? Then physics, bhautika vidya. Ecology, that is parisara vidya, the the study of the environment, right? Botany, udbhida vidya, the study of plants. So you can note down if you don't know certain things. Biology, The study of organisms, Jiva Vidya, biology. Bio means living. Okay, logy means the study of, right? Then microscope, do you know the microscope? Yes. For what do we use the microscope? Yes, yes. Okay. To see the microorganisms, to observe the things that we can't observe with our naked eye. අපේ පියවිය හැට පේන්නේ නැති දේවල් බලා ගන්න we can use the microscope. So there are different types of microscopes. You can note down. So you all have seen through the hand lens. Hand lens එක දන්නව නේද? අත්කාචය. Yes? දන්නවද? Hand lens, or we call it as the magnifying glass. Magnifying glass. Yes, magnifying glass, or else we call this as the simple microscope. Simple microscope. Sarala anveekshaya. Simple microscope. You can note down in your vocabulary book, right? Hand lens or the magnifying glass, or it is also known as the simple microscope. Right? Hari. ඊළඟට තියෙනවා, as you told, there is the compound microscope. Call it as the light microscope as well, known as the compound microscope. In your school laboratory, you can find the compound microscope. Right? Compound microscope. Okay? Then there are very little number of electron microscopes as well. Now virus, you have heard about virus. Now the recent pandemic COVID-19 was caused by coronavirus. So such virus cannot be seen even through a compound microscope. Virus godak punchi nisa, we can't see them even through the compound microscope. Therefore, we can observe them only through an electron microscope, right? There are different types of electron microscopes. Electron microscope. So these are very expensive and very little number is available in the country. Electron microscope. Alright, note down the things before I clear the things. Hari. So identify what is being described in each sentence. Choose the correct answer. Write your answers on the space provided. Harry, since they haven't specifically mentioned whether to write the letter or the word, we'll better to write the letter, right? Since we have little space. It is used for measuring temperature. Ushnatthaya මනින්න මොකද්ද පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ? Yes, that is the. Yes, all of you. Thermometer. So I will put a tick here and I will write letter G, thermometer. It is the study of matter and energy. Matter. So last week we learned about the classification of matter. So what is matter? Yes, what do you mean by matter? Yes, okay, the answer is physics. I'm asking, what do you mean by matter? Very good. Yes, the things that has a mass, the things that have a mass as well as which occupy space are known as matter, right? There are 3 states of matter. What are they? Solid, liquid and gas. Hari. So we learn about matter and energy. We learn about matter and energy under physics, right? That is letter B. Third one. It is a device used when pouring liquids or fine particles into a small mounted container to avoid spilling. Yes, to avoid spilling. ඉවතට යන එක හැලෙන එක වළක්වන්න small mounted container to avoid spilling. ඒ කියන්නේ පුංචි අර අපි කියන්නේ බෝතලේ කට කියලා, right? The opening is small, then to avoid the spilling of a liquid, when we are pouring it, we have to use a funnel. Punila neda. Yes, that is the funnel. Simple H. You have written the answer. It's okay, Pute. Pahandi. Since they haven't specifically mentioned whether to write the letter or the name, it's okay. I wrote the letter since I don't have enough space here. It is the study of how organisms interact with one another. Organisms. How organisms interact with one another. Yes. That is biology actually. We learn about organisms and how they interact with one another. Right? So better to use the term biology. Biology. On the next page also we have to write. It is the study of how organisms interact with one another. We learn about organisms in biology, but how they interact with one another in the natural environment. That is learned in, yes, that is learned in ecology. Parisara vidyavedi thamai eka igena ganna. How do they interact with one another? Therefore, here you can select the answer C. C. Ecology. Right, that is C. Ecology, how the organisms interact with one another. It is an instrument used for observing tiny objects. Yes, what is it? That is the microscope. F. Microscope. Hari. It is the study of composition, structure, properties and reaction of matter. How the things react with each other, what is the structure, what is the composition of a given substance. These things we learn under chemistry. Yes, under chemistry. Rasayana vidyavedi thamai ee dewal igena ganna. How the things react with one another. Then what is the composition of a substance? How is it made of? Then number 7. It is used for holding a test tube in place when the tube is hot or should not be touched. That is the test tube holder. That is simple I. So in a previous session we learned about laboratory equipment. Can you remember those who joined from the beginning? මතකද අපි laboratory equipment ගැන ඉගෙන ගත්තා. Right. So did you get all correct up to this? And I will read out the answers. First one, that is thermometer. Number 2, physics. Number 3, funnel. Number 4, ecology. Number 5, microscope. Number 6, chemistry. Then number 7, that is test tube holder. Hari neda? Okay, then on the next page you are given the other two. Let's try. It is the study of plants, including the characteristics of plant parts. How plants make food and how they reproduce. That is the study of plants. What is it? Botany. Botany. That is D. For number 8, the answer is D, botany. Then number 9, an optical instrument that enlarges images of very small objects that cannot be seen by the naked eye. ඉන්න බලන්න අපිට yes පුතේ මෙන්න මෙහෙම correct වෙන්න ඕනේ. It is an instrument used for observing tiny objects. එතකොට දැන් අපි ප්‍රශ්න ටික ඔක්කොම කියවගෙන යනකොට අපිට තේරෙනවා දැන් මෙතන තියෙනවා දෙකක්. For observing tiny objects, the suitable answer is magnifying glass. Number 5, J වෙන්න ඕනේ. Magnifying glass. මොකද ඊළඟට තව එකක් දීලා තියෙනවානේ. ඒකට ගැලපෙන්නේ the microscope. Right? Only get your answer corrected for number 5. Better to put J. Magnifying glass. 5J. Then for number 9. An optical instrument that enlarges images of very small objects. ඉස්සෙල්ලා තිබුණේ tiny කියලා. Right? Here it says very small objects that cannot be seen by the naked eye. Then what is the most suitable one? That is the microscope. ඔන්න ඒ දෙක මාරු කරන්න ඕනේ දැන්. 5J, 9 microscope is F. 5J, 9F. 5 magnifying glass, 9 microscope. හරි නේද? Number 10. It is the study of living things. That is, yes, study of living things. Oh, කෑ ගහලා කියන්න ඕනේ. That is biology. Biology. E. E. 10E. හරි නේද? 10 answer E. Okay? Hari. So, shall we watch a video related to microscopes? And I will share before we move on to the next question. Let's have a look. Hari, I will show you the parts of a compound microscope, right? Or what we call as the light microscope. Hari, I will So this is the electron microscope. It's very large when compared to the compound microscope, right? And in the light microscope or in the compound microscope, we are using a light beam. In the electron microscope, we are using a beam of electrons. And there are different types of electron microscopes, right? Right. Then I will show you something related to ecology, right? Ecology, the learn of or the study of the environment, how the organisms interact with each other as well as the non-living environment. Let's see. Ecology is the study of how Ecology is the study of how living things interact with. It's about understanding the relationships between plants, animals, and how everything in nature works together. When you learn about ecology, you discover how important we all depend on healthy environment. Ecology, scientists study ecosystems, which are groups of living things that live in a particular area, along with their environment, soil, water. There are many different types of ecosystems. There's an ecosystem is plants, animals, and for example, in a rainforest, you'll find tall trees, colorful birds, lots of rain. The animals and plants count. Every living thing in an ecosystem has a role. Some animals are predators, like lions or sharks. Some animals are herbivores, cows or eat plants. Other animals have important role as pollinators, helping plants reproduce by spreading pollen from flower to flower. Plants are also a big part of an ecosystem. They provide food for herbivores, shelter for animals, and help make the air clean by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. In ecology, scientists also study how energy flows. The sun is the main source of energy for all life on Earth. Plants use the sun's energy to make food in a process called photosynthesis. Herbivores eat plants, and predators eat herbivores. This chain of energy is called the food chain. In nature, everything is connected, and if one part of the food chain is affected, it can impact the whole ecosystem. Another important part of ecology is learning about the environment. The environment includes all the things that make up our world, like the air, water, and the climate. Ecologists study how human activities like pollution or deforestation can change the environment and affect the balance of ecosystems. For example, when forests are cut down, animals lose their homes, and the land can become dry and unable to support life. Learning about ecology helps us understand how important it is to take care of the planet. It reminds us that every living thing, no matter how small, plays a part in keeping ecosystems healthy. By taking care of nature, reducing waste, planting trees, and protecting animals and plants, we can
world a better place for everyone, humans, animals, and plants alike. Ecology teaches us that everything in nature is connected, and we all have a responsibility to protect the environment and ensure that ecosystems remain balanced and healthy. By learning about ecology, we can help make sure that the earth continues to thrive for generations. My work is easy because ecology is the
Okay, Haripute. Then api ilang questions tika deyamo. You can answer the next set of questions from here. Hari, start. ඉක්මනින් පටන් ගන්න. We all finished. කරන්න ඕනිකෝ කෙනුලි Tani has joined as Geetani. පුතේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ නමින් join වෙන්න rename කරගන්න and there is a number 459895. Turn on the video and rename yourself. Actually from next week onwards it is compulsory to turn on the videos as well as to rename yourselves. You have to join by your name. Otherwise, the others will be removed. 459895. I don't know the name. You are joined with the number. Please rename yourself and turn on the video. Have you all finished? ඇති නේද පුතේ වෙලාව? හරි. Let's discuss. ඔන්න එතන නම් කියලා තියෙනවා. Write the letter of the appropriate measuring tool. What is a measuring tool? In Sinhala, what do you call them? Oh? Minum? ඒකක නෙමෙයි පුතේ. මිනුම් ඒකක කියන්නේ units. Tools උපකරණ. මිනුම් උපකරණ. Right? So we use different measuring tools in order to measure different things. Length, volume, mass, right? Likewise. Appropriate measuring tool that is used to measure the following. The length of a curtain. What is the most appropriate one? Edipurama galapenne manada. Yes? How about that? Tape measure, spring balance, thermometer. So that is the tape measure, right? අපි කියන්නේ measuring tape කියලාත් කියනවා නේද? Tape measure, right? Spring balance is used to measure the mass or sometimes the weight of an object. Thermometer is used to measure the yes, temperature. හරි. නතාරිට නම් හිම වැටෙනවා. නේද නතාරි? හරි. The mass of a watermelon. Mass කියන්නේ ස්කන්ධය පුතේ. ස්කන්ධයයි බරයි කියන්නේ දෙකක්, right? Mass is ස්කන්ධය, බර කියන්නේ weight. Right? Hari, the mass of a watermelon. What is the most suitable one? Platform balance, stopwatch, tape measure. Yes, we are using a balance. There are different types of balances. Even at home, we have small balances. Balance කියන්නේ මොකද? අපි තරාදිය කියලා කියන්නේ, right? There are different types of them. Platform balance. So you have seen, right? In the fruit stalls, vegetable stalls, in most of the places, even in the supermarkets, they measure the mass by using this type of a platform balance. A person's waistline. ඉනේ වටා ප්‍රමාණය ඉන waistline. Spring balance, tape measure, thermometer. Yes. Yes, to make a costume or to make a clothing, we take the measurements of a person, right? So a person's waistline is measured by using the tape measure. Get your answers corrected. The body's temperature, that is measured by thermometer. The time spent in the school. The time spent in the school. Yes, actually, if we turn on the stopwatch, we can measure a duration, right? Stopwatch, you know. Right. Hari. Did you get all 5 correct? Lesson either. So I want you to expose you to different types of questions, different types of scientific terms. Right? හරිද? ඒවට ඔයගොල්ලන් එක්ස්පෝස් කරන්න තමයි මේ එක එක විදිහේ ප්‍රශ්න දැන් ඔන්න day 11 ටියුට් එක අපි සෙප්ටෙම්බර් ඔක්තෝබර් නොවැම්බර් මාස 3ක්ම කතා කළා. ඊට පස්සේ ඔන්න 4th month එකේ අද අන්තිම දවස මේ ටික මෙහෙම කතා කරන. ඊට පස්සේ අපි grade 6 work පටන් ගන්නවා ලබන සතියේ. Write the correct letter of the properties of matter and components and states of matter. You didn't do that, right? තම කළේ නෑ නේද ඒ ටික? Correct letter of the properties of matter and components and states of matter. හරි, properties of matter. Properties කියන්නේ ලක්ෂණ නේද? Right, properties. ඊළඟට කියනවා components. What are the things in them? Components. මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? ඊළඟට states. The 3 states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. Hari. Just try. There are 8 questions under that. Hari, I will show gradually for those who don't have the tute. You can see the things on my board. I will just take the page up gradually. You can do within 2 minutes. Hurry up. 2 minutes, right? What did you ask? Which one? What is the question? This one, molecules. Is that the molecules? The third one? Molecules can put in Sinhala. We call them as anu. Right now, water molecules, carbon dioxide molecules, right? So these are made out of atoms. Paramanu වලින් හැදිච්ච අණු කියලා හිතන්න. Water molecules. Water is made out of water molecules, right? Okay. And I will show you the next 2 questions as well, 7 and 8, right? After that, we can discuss. හරිද පුතේ? කො දිනෙත්, කෙනුලි, දිසේනි, ජිතුලි, I can't see you all. එන්නේ දිනෙත් හිනාවකුත් එක්ක නේද දිනෙත්? Okay, Kenuli. Then what about Jituli and Diseni? The Hamsa, have you finished? I can see only the background. Innane the Hamsa. Hari, on a 7 and 8. Tisev, have you finished, Pute? Yes. Tisev, ivarada vada?
Yes.
Hari, there is Tesit and Tisev. Finish the last two. Diseni. Ovin, done? Okay. Yes, Pute? Uh, Fifth one, you can measure the blank of matter. This means that it has length, width and height. Is that the one? What is the word that you don't know? Height කියන්නේ පුතේ උස. Height, length කියන්නේ දිග, width කියන්නේ පළල, height is උස. Yes, finished. ඇති නේද? දැන් බලමු. Okay. On the first one, compare, we are given the terms weight. Weight කියන්නේ බර, mass, ස්කන්ධය, balance, තරාදිය, volume, you know, පරිමාව, solid, liquid, gases and viscosity. Viscous means, so last week we mentioned about the texture, what we feel on touch. That is the texture. So when something has a rough or not rough actually, this is something related to a semi-solid like medium. And ද්‍රවයකුත් නෙවෙයි ඝනයකුත් නෙවෙයි ටිකක් අර විස්කස් කියලා කියන්නේ නිකන් අපි උකු කියලා කියනන්නේ ඒ වගේ විස්කස් විස්කොසිටි ටිකක් රළු ස්වභාවයක් තියෙන දෙයක් right viscous compared to molecules in solid the molecules are further apart further apart from each other when compared to a solid the particles are apart from each other. What is the answer? Yes, that is liquids. Yes, in liquids. Write the correct letter of the properties of matter and components and states of matter. Right. So the answer is liquids. Therefore, we have to put letter F. Right. In a liquid, the particles are apart when compared to a solid. In a solid, the particle arrangement later you will learn. Particles are compactly arranged like this in a solid. Right? When it comes to a liquid, the particles are somewhat apart from each other. Like this. Right? The particles are apart. In a gas, the particles are moving freely. Like this. Right? That is the arrangement of the particles in the three states of matter. Solid, liquid and gas. Therefore, here the answer is liquid, F. is the resistance of a liquid to flow. This is because the molecules material are strongly attached to each other. So what is the most suitable one? Viscosity. Yes, that is simple. H. The resistance of a liquid to flow. When we put some water on the ground, it flows. Right now, these days, people have faced disasters because of the ability of flowing of water, right? Water can flow from one place to another and it has a huge amount of energy, right? When mud is mixed, what happens to the speed of movement? When there is lot of mud, soil mixed with water, then what happens? That becomes viscous. The viscosity increases. නිකම් පිරිසිදු වතුර නම් වේගෙන් ගලාගෙන යනවා. දැන් ඒකට අර පස්සේම මික්ස් වුණාම අර ගලාගෙන යන හැකියාව ටිකක් අඩු වෙනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි ඊට වඩා ගමු ඕගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා දැන් jelly වගේ දෙයක්. Jelly is semi solid, it does not flow, right? දැන් අර slime වගේ දෙයක් ගත්තොත් it moves slowly, right? When you put some slime on the ground, slowly, right? If you put syrup, fruit syrup or a medicinal syrup on the ground, it slows slowly. And some oil, right? Those are viscous than pure water. තේරුණාද viscosity කියන එක? ගලාගෙන යාමේ හැකියාව ටිකක් අඩු ද්‍රව තමයි viscous කියලා කියන්නේ. Right? They have the viscosity. Number 3, the molecules are further apart compared to those in liquids. The molecules bounce off and move in every direction. So what is it? Gases. Yes, that is simple. T. The molecules are held firmly by a strong force of attraction between them. What is it? That is solid. Those are solids, right? Here I have drawn these, the 3 states of matter. In the solid, the particles are closely bound to each other. Strong interactions are there. Haridha Pute? Then you can measure the space of matter. This means that it has length, width and height. So what can we measure in a solid? Yes? Yes, yes? Volume. Here this has a length and width, palala, and the height. Right? Therefore, I can calculate the volume of this. It is the volume. Right? That is simple. D. Is the pull of gravity on matter. Now we all are pulled towards ground. Yes. Because of that, we have a weight. අපිට බරක් කියලා දෙයක් තියෙනවා. For all these objects, there is a weight since they are pulled towards the ground. පොළොව දිහාවට ඇදගෙන ඉන්නේ. Right? That is known as the weight. Yes, very good. A. Number 7. It refers to the amount of matter an object contains. Yes, Pute? Amount of matter. Yes, the amount of matter an object contains is the mass of the object, right? That is the mass. Skandha, amount of matter that an object contains. That is the mass of the object. Number 8. Last one is used to measure the mass of objects. The most common units of mass are grams and kilograms, which are known as metric measurement. So what is the instrument? That is the balance. That is C. Balance. Hari neda? So balana, just raise your hands, those who got all correct. Aine. Very good. Right. Well done. Very good. Hari. The answers are F, H, G, E, D, ABC ABC අන්තිමට last 3 ABC හරි නේද? Did you learn something new out of this? Yes, Tisav? අලුත් වචන දැන් අද අලුතෙන්ම ජොයින් වෙලා ඉන්නවනම් අපි දැන් මාස 3ක් තිස්සේ මේන්ටේන් කරගෙන යනවා vocabulary book එකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ the new words that you learn you can note in down them with the meanings. තේරුම් එක්ක ලියලා තියාගෙන පාඩම් කරන්න ඕනේ. You have to write proper spellings as well. Correct spellings should be there. Okay? හරි. Then මහන්සිද දැන්? නෑ නේද? ඔන්න අන්තිම ප්‍රශ්න ටික. There are 14 there. Start. මහන්සිද? කවුද? ඔව්. දිනෙත්? මහන්සි? මොකද දිනෙත්? අපි දැන් මම ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක කරන අතරේ ඔන්න කියන්නම්. Our plan from next week then in my classes from grade 6 to 9 we are doing the lesson and you are the first batch facing the new syllabus which consists of lot of activities. හරිද? එතකොට ඔන්න එක බලනවානේ මම මේ පැත්තෙන් ඉන්නම්කෝ. හරි. So there are a lot of activities to be done. Right? ඉතින් සමහර ඇක්ටිවිටීස් අපි මම මෙතන කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ සමහර ඒවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ටත් කරන්න පුළුවන් ඒවාට මම කලින් දානවා ඔන්න අද මේ ටික ලෑස්ති කරගෙන ඉන්න කියලා. හරිද? Then you all can do along with me. එහෙම බැරි දේවල් මටත් මෙතන කරන්න අපහසු දේවල් තියෙනවා නම් we will watch videos related to them. Okay? So it would be very interactive. You all have to give the answers. For the questions we can have this as a discussion. හරිද? ඔයගලන්ට උත්තර දෙන්න ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න මොන දෙයක් පුළුවන්. හරිද? ඊට පස්සේ ඊළඟට මම දෙනවා presentations, right? I will give topics to you. Most probably 2 students will get a chance in each week. සතියක දෙන්නෙකුට chance එක දෙනවා. I will assign a topic. So you have to make a presentation. It can be a PowerPoint one or you can just do it on if it is an activity you can do the activity and record as a video by using your mobile phone. එම share කරන්න පුළුවන් ඕනෙම විදිහක presentation. You are free to do that. Okay? මේ ටික අහන ගමන් ඔන්න ප්‍රශ්න වලට උත්තර ලියන්න මාක් කරන්න. ඊට පස්සේ අපි තව ගොඩාක් ඇක්ටිවිටීස් කරනවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ඉන්ටරැක්ෂන් එක තියාගන්න අපි දෙගොල්ලන්ගේ ඉන්ටරැක්ෂන් එක තියාගන්න and to get the subject matter properly we will be doing lot of different types of activities and I will share the tute for each lesson you will get a tute, right? ඒක print out එකක් අරගෙන ඔන්න class එකට join වෙන්න ලබන සතියේ ඉඳන්. හරි නේද? තව මොනවා හරි ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අහන්න තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න පුළුවන්. Shall we discuss පුතේ? හරි. අනේ you can get your answers corrected. හරි. ඔන්න encircle the letter of the correct answer. දැන් බලන්න ඕගොල්ලෝ underline කරලා නම් wrong. Right? You haven't followed the instructions, right? You are asked to encircle the letter of the correct answer. ඒක තමයි හොඳ සිහියෙන් කියවන්න කියලා කියන්නේ. ප්‍රශ්න දුන්නාම සමහර අය හරි කලබලයි. මොනද ඉවර කරන්න තමයි බලන්නේ. How to follow the instructions because you are going to face a competition, a competitive exam, right? A selection test. හරි. circle කියන්නේ round කරනවනේ encircle කියන්නේ නිවැරදි පිළිතුරට අයිති අකුර round කරන්න කියලා තමයි කියන්නේ. What are you exerting when you push or pull an object? Push or pull an object. Yes, we are applying a force. We are applying a force. Right? A force is either a push or a pull. Therefore, you have to circle A. Get your answers corrected. එනර්ජි කියන්නේ මොකක්ද පුතේ? ශක්තිය. අපි ශක්තිය නෙමෙයි යොදන්නේ. අපේ ශක්තිය පාවිච්චි කරලා we are applying a force. Right? We are applying a force. A ball is rolling away from you. If you give it a stronger push, which of the following will happen? Yes, what is it? Yes, a ball is moving on the ground. You apply another force on it. So what happens? The ball will roll faster. එයා තව වේගෙන් යනවා නේද? It will move faster, right? It is something like accelerating a vehicle, right? The vehicle is moving. When the driver applies a force on the accelerator, the speed of the vehicle will be increased. ඒ වගේ when the ball is moving, you apply a stronger push on it. Then it will move faster. What does sunlight do to the earth? To the earth. Warms it, cools it, freezes it, burn it. Yes, it warms. Yes. අපිට අවශ්‍ය උෂ්ණත්වය ලබා දෙනවා. Get your answers corrected, right? By using a red pen. Which of the following is not a way? Not. In your exam, you can underline or highlight these. Highlight karan when you can underline. Which of the following is not a way to produce heat? Stars, auroras, oil lamp, fireflies. Yes. Which of the following is not a way to produce heat? Yes. Auroras are there actually. These are, you may have seen in the pictures, right? So the countries like Norway, they can see those auroras. So they are actually due to the changes in the temperature in the upper atmosphere, right? Way to produce heat. දැන් මෙතනින් බැලුවාම වැඩියම ගැලපෙන්නේ මොකක්ද? Not a way to produce heat. Oil lamp, doesn't it produce heat? Firefly, the firefly emits a small light, right? So the aurora is as a result of the difference in temperature in the upper atmosphere. Atmosphere කියන්නේ මොකද්ද පුතේ? ඔව්. නෑ atmosphere කියන්නේ වායුගෝලය. වායුගෝලය. ඔන්න ලියා ගන්න. මේ හැම එකම කියන්න ඕනේ නෑ. You can write down. දන්නේ නැති වචන ලියා ගන්න. atmosphere. වායුගෝලය. අවකාශයට මොකක්ද කියන්නේ? අභ්‍යවකාශය. That is space. Space. Right? හරි. ඔන්න මම මෙතන වැරද්දක් කළානේ. I underlined. So I am not supposed to underline. I have to circle. නේද? හරි. Which of the following is a කෙනුලි දිසෙනි Which of the following is a natural source of light? Swabhavika aloka prabhavayak, natural source of light. Sun. Yes, electric bulb, kerosene lamp, bhumital lamp, match. These are artificial sources of light. Sun is a natural source of light. Sun. Right? Hari. Then, which, sorry. Number 6. Number 6. Which earns, it should be corrected as which burns to produce artificial light. Which burns to produce artificial light. Bulb, flashlight, candle and lampshade. The answer is burns. Burns කියන්නේ දහනය වෙනවා. Oh? Answer? Oh? That is the candle. ඉටිපන්දමක්නේ දහනය වෙන්නේ දැවිලා ආලෝකය දෙන්නේ නේද? It emits light after burning. Which is not true about light. So what's your answer? Yes, go. හැමෝම කියන්න ඕනේ. A, B, C or D? D. Let's see. Light help us to see the world. Yes, without light we can't see anything. B. Light can be produced by burning. Yes, when we make a fire, when we burn a candle, we can get light. When we burn firewood, can get light. Most light comes from the sun. Yes, sun is the main source of light. Light can burn objects. No, actually, light cannot burn. Light cannot burn objects, but heat can burn objects, right? So I have to circle. That is D. Oh. Could they please mute your microphone when you are having some other discussions, right? So the Hari. Number 8. Which of the following objects converts electricity to heat? Electrical energy is converted to heat energy. What is it? Oven, toaster. Oven, toaster. Electric fan, actually, when we provide electricity, it rotates. That is the kinetic energy or the kinetic energy. Washing machine, once again, it rotates. That is kinetic energy and it produces sound as well. Computer, sound, light, both. What is 32 times 4? මොකද්ද පුතේ times කියන්නේ? Times කියන්නේ product of කියන එක. 32 into 4 multiplication. So what is it? Yes, 4 into 2 is 8. That is 128. You have to circle this one. Circle කරන්න ඕනේ. Number 10. The library has 12 shelves of books. Each shelf has 32 books. How many books are there all in all? So in one shelf there are 32 into 12. What is the answer? 384. 384 books. You have to circle answer A. Right? What is the product in the multiplication sentence? 415 into 10. So when we multiply something by 10, that is, yes, a 0 will come at the end. 4150. That is answer C. Harida. The product of multiplication, right? When 10 is multiplied by 1000, it gives the product of what number? Yes, 10 into 1000, that is? Yes, 10,000. That is answer C, 10,000. හරි නේද? Did you mark them all? කවුද? හරි. Last two. When you estimate the product of 52 and 48, what is the answer? Estimate. Yes, product of 52 and 48. What would be the answer? Yes, 48 into 52. So you can estimate, just estimate them 48 into 50 plus 48 into 2 කියලා එහෙම බලන්නත් පුළුවන්. Or else you can just multiply. Here it is 96. Yes, that is, what is the answer? 2496 is the answer. Then what is the closest value? 2496. When you estimate it, how much is it? 2500. 2500. 2496 කියන්නේ 2500ට 4යි අඩු නේද? So we can estimate it to the closest number, that is 2500. What is the estimated product of the following equation? 432 into 75. Yes. So you can just estimate. Yes, 75 into 2. That is 150. Right? 150. Then another 15 remaining. Then 75 into 3 කියන්නේ කීයද? 225 plus 15 කියන්නේ 240. So you put 0, another 24 remaining. 75 into 4 means that is 300 නේද? 75 into 2 is 150. 75 into 4 is 300 plus 24, that is 324. එතකොට what is the closest number? Yes. එහෙම බැරි නම් ඔයගොල්ලන් හිතෙන් එහෙම හදන්න බැරි නම් you can just multiply like this and see. Yes. One remaining, then 2160. There is no decimal here, right? Dot එකක් තියුණා. Right? Then yes. One remaining. 7 into 3 is 21 plus 1, that is 22. 2 remaining. 7 into 4 is 28 plus 2, that is 30. So altogether, yes, 32,400. එතකොට it is close to, yes, 32,000. 32,000. So it is A. බලන්න, out of 14, how many are correct? Yes, hands up those who got all 14 correct. Yes, no one. වැරදිලා නේද? හරි, කමක් නැහැ. 13. A1. There are 2. 3. Jituli, Kenuli, Dahamsa. Okay, very good. Then Esandu, you also got 13. Esandu. Hari, okay. Then 12. Palana, Yuhasna, Pahandi, Anya, who else? Ovin and Tiseu. Okay, well done. That is 12. Then 11. Finally, Ihangi. That all. And Natari. Hari. Okay. Good. හරි පුතේ. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ ඊටත් වඩා වැරදුනා නම් බලන්න ඕනේ. මොකද්ද මට ඇයි වැරදුනේ? මං හොඳට කියෙව්වේ නැද්ද ප්‍රශ්න ටික? සිහියෙන් මං කියවන්න ඕනේ. කියලා you have to find the reason but why those things went wrong. හරි. ඔන්න දැන් මම ඉස්සෙල්ලා කිව්ව විදිහට on next week we are starting grade 6 work, the first module. You are provided with modules, not units or lessons. There are modules in your new syllabus. So inform your friends as well, those who wish, those who are in search of an English medium science class. Just let them know that we are starting grade 6 work on the 9th of December. Right? Okay. Hari. Then see you on next Tuesday. Study the things, learn new words, as I have told you earlier. In each week, you have to learn at least 10 new words. Hari neda? Okay then. See you on next week. Stay safe and have a nice time. Bye.
Bye. Have a nice day, teacher. Thank you, teacher.